8th of March. Lookout Pass again, okay? Last week when you saw us make those videos, we were out in Ted's yard. It was about 60 degrees. Well, it snowed yesterday and we got 8 inches of new snow. The hills you're looking at right now, an hour and a half ago, were 100% pure. There wasn't a track one in them. We got 8 inches of heavy snow. It was beautiful, it was pure, but wow, is it different? Yeah. So I'm gonna Ted tell you a little bit about what was different for him. Stop laughing and start talking.
All right, so this stuff, it's definitely a case of getting to where you can get enough pitch and you can get that nose pointed down, which is not the way I normally do things. And then maintaining that so it stays floating, so we don't drive the nose into the snow, which is also a shift in my weight distribution on my feet, which is different.
Okay, so what Ted said is this is different. So would you recommend on a day when you come up and saw what we saw, jump out on the first steep hill you can find?
That's what friends do to other friends so they can have a laugh.
Matter of fact, 1 second, Ted. And this is the result. This is the result. I get stuck, I get jammed, I get pushed back, I can't push through it. I've got to stand so far on my back foot that I haven't left home. So that comes down to, what do we have to do, Ted? We have to change our what?
Change your weight distribution for starters.
Yeah, we could call that tactics.
Yeah. All
right, tactics. So for those of you who ride occasionally, if you don't get out enough to experience what Mother Nature will put at you and throw at you, you're not ready to go and jump on everything every day. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. So what we want to emphasize on this video today is adaptability, because if we didn't adapt today, we'd be stuck just like everybody else.
And then we'd be exhausted from digging out,
right,
which is something neither of us want to end up with.
Right.
So this is different, and you don't get that many opportunities at it.
So here's a rider. He's almost in a tail press on his descent. We don't like to do that, but it works. So we're going to sign off with that. We're going to try to do a couple of different runs to show you how we take the terrain and the new snow to use it to our benefit. And hopefully you watch this and it'll be to your benefit. So today we have to make a lot of adaptations to what we're doing and how we're doing it. So one of the things happens here is the riders going down in the steep powder are getting pushed way aft. And with the aftness, they drop their shoulder line like this. This leg takes a burn, the board's trying to stay above the snow on that side. What they could do to counter that though would be take the upper body and move it more over the center of mass to allow a little more central balancing while still being forced to use the tail more, but would allow a better position. So I want to also show you guys, 4 is where I start a turn, aft is where I end a turn. 4 I start a turn, aft I end a turn. So it's a movement that's here and here. And this exchange is always going on in every turn if you're an active rider. All right, moving along, we're going to go out now and test the resistance of the deep new 8 inches of snow. You can see it pushed up off the old grooms and stuff piled up there. I want to find out just how much this snow is going to allow us to do without changing our fore and aft tremendously. So I'm going to ride down, pushing against the sidewalls and get a little test, a little feel. I'll come over this little berm here, come back a little more groomed. You can see the bank there, so I'm going to just kind of drive in. This would be the in and out type move. Touch it, push it, touch it, push it, touch it, and heel side turn and push it. So I'm pretty much using the heel side as a deceleration mode, checking out the resistance of the snow. Similar to when we had people ride the right bank, it would be elevated so we can do garlands and stay on that toe side edge. But in this particular case, I am transferring to a heel edge. You'll see me go further in here and further along, further deeper. Eventually I'll get up on top of this stuff and I'll start to see how it gives me the movement I want. And I got a pretty good idea of what I can do in the snow once I get in it. So it's a good drill. It also is a good tactic to decelerate as you're moving down the mountain and stuff without the constant buildup and fear of, uh-oh, I can't handle it. So we're now going to move over to the middle of the run where it is actually better groomed. We hope that you enjoyed this video. We'll tune in, subscribe, and stay with us as we find new challenges all the way to the end of this season. So thanks for joining us and check us out.